Wonderful to have you here on the Toledo Sports Network on WGBG 13.2 Live Well Network. Mike Jameson along with Mr. Mike Bauman calling this game tonight. In other words, you couldn't ask for more stats than you're going to get from the man, the myth, the legend, Mike Bauman.
All right, all right.
Did you like that?
I liked it. I did like it. We get ready to tip off here. We got Mr. Austin Adams for Stritch going against Ian Gibson. And Toledo Christian takes control right there. That young man with the ball is Garshawn Painter, averaging 11 points per game for the Eagles, who come in here 13-8, 10-3 overall. And they're going to be hungry tonight. They're 2-1 in their last three, coming off a loss against Eastwood the other night, where the Eastwood Eagles shot 18-25 from the free throw line. And Cardinal Stritch is going to be chomping at the bit, Mikey, because as you know, this is your alma mater. Tonight is senior night.
Yep.
And they're 0-3 in their last three coming into this one.
And they were tight games. I mean, these are close games, but just wasn't able to do what they needed to do. Some you've been seeing from Toledo Christian all year so far as Empey nails the first one.
And he's pumped up. Jacob Empey, he can do that from the outside.
And
he's a senior.
Extra. That's extra. That's not your three-point shooter for the Cardinals, so that's a good thing. A great way to start for the Cardinals.
Stritch got two guys at half court trying to exercise the half-court trap, and they get a 10-second call. So that's a second turnover already on two consecutive possessions for the Toledo Christian Eagles.
Well, something that we've seen from the Toledo Christian Eagles all year is that McWhinney's been slowing it down most of the year. You know, he's been playing more of a conservative basketball, and it's worked for him. It really has worked. And I don't know if that's going to work against the Cardinals tonight, because I think the Cardinals are out for Eagle blood tonight.
Well, I think the X factor for Cardinal Stritch is Empey on the outside. We know what Austin Adams can do. He also got Pratt down low, who can do some damage. They get a nice feed down into Austin Adams right on cue. The young man averaging 19.6 points per game and 7.6 rebounds per game. And I think for Toledo Christian, you look at inside at some of these guys like a Desi, I think he could be a factor. He had a really good game against Evergreen defensively last month that we did. And you can't count out Mr. Kyle Kempton, who's averaging 13.7 and 6.1 boards per game.
That's your boy. That's the one you like. That's what you've been talking a lot about.
Nice game. Nice inside-outside game from him.
He's not tall, but he plays big. I mean, he's tall. He's just not another turnover for the Eagles.
Here's the steal. Pratt with it now. And that one goes in and out.
That's the key to winning this game right now, is getting Gasser on fire if you're a Cardinal fan.
So Painter with it for Toledo Christian. He's picked up by Empey, gets the pick, drives, kicks it out, and that three is off the back iron from Matthew Brumbaugh, and it's rebounded by Austin Adams, who goes flying up the court the other way. He gets picked up, shoots it cross court to Empey, who fakes the three, swings it back around. Gasser looking for some help, and they'll set up the offense.
I like Austin playing down low again. It works. It works big for him right there.
And there's the jumper from Adams. So coming out the gate, Cardinal Stritch on fire, 7-0 with 5:19 to go here in the first quarter on the Toledo Sports Network.
On the job for you for over 100 years. You need a career. You need a future. Local 8 can help you make it happen. Join the men and women who build our community. Become a part of a proud tradition. Build your career. Build your future with the brothers and sisters of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 8. We're on the job for you.
We're on the job for you. We're the local IBEW.
And we welcome you back. Timeout after the Austin Adams jumper made it 7-0. Cardinal Stritch on top right now. It's been all Cardinals. Toledo Christian looking for some offense. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Kempton, Painter? Who's it going to be? We're about to find out right here. Nice backdoor cut. There's Kempton. He goes up, and he gets the and one. All right. I like it, young fella. I like it. Kempton, as I said, averaging 13.7 points per game, 6.1 rebounds per game. Just a tough player. Got long arms, only 6'2", a junior. But he's really stepped up this year in terms of his scoring role, Mikey. We talked a little bit about before the game started the loss of the starting five last year for Toledo Christian. Very good team last year. One of those guys was Eric Sellier, who's playing college basketball in Indiana now. But this Toledo Christian team this year, you thought it was going to be a rebuilding year, and it's really just been a reloading year. 13-8 and 10-3 in the TAC.
All right, let me say this right now so I can get it in. Foul shots. You will not see a Toledo Christian team miss many foul shots. Mark my words on that at the end of this game tonight.
And Austin Adams, speaking of foul shots, he's going to get a chance to cash in at the IBEW Local 8 free throw line. Big shout out to those guys coming on board with us this year.
Going to help us going through the playoffs. Really excited about that.
As the first one goes in and out from Austin Adams, and we've also got UA50 local pipe fitters and plumbers.
Robert Lynn and everybody out there, we would thank them. Coach of the freshman team here tonight, he had a big smile on his face.
Yeah, it's been a fun one out here tonight. The JV game got close right there at the end. Cardinal Stritch coming back, and TC hung on. So hopefully this one's a dandy as well, as Painter brings it over the timeline. Painter guarded by Empey, one of the seniors here tonight on senior night out here in Oregon. As Painter drives, he kicks it back out. Mason Hecklinger looking for some help. He gets it to Kempton. Kempton back to Painter. Painter goes up for the jumper. Empey gets a hand on it though, and the loose ball comes out to Carl Zacharias, and he's going to be fouled. So Painter on the little drive, good recovery by Empey to get a hand on his shot as he was going up for it.
Panther, no way is going to be able to do that to Empey. Empey plays just too tight a defense him on. That little cross move is not going to happen tonight. So he's going to have to work himself off the picks to get himself open to be able to do things.
Here's Gasser with it, looking for some help. He's got a lot of space. Thought about the jumper. Goes back across court to Austin Adams, who gets it back to Gasser. Gasser wide open. Nobody picks him up, and that one rims in and out.
That's his shot right there.
And the rebound comes off to number 22, Nathan Walton, 6'2" senior forward for Toledo Christian. Nice cut that time from Kempton, and he goes up and gets another and one. How about it, young fella?
Gotta love that. Gotta love that.
So good communication that time from Painter and Kempton, and you can see the chemistry they've developed. Painter drives, and Kempton cuts, and gets to the free throw line.
Kempton does something that we saw a lot of misses the other night with Eastwood, and he's able to finish. They're pretty. He gets there and he finishes.
And this one goes up and off. That one goes up and off. And I think we're going to get a loose ball foul on Painter. Or actually, no, excuse me. It's going to be on number 22, Nathan Walton.
That's one of those that could go either way, you know. The guy was, they were over top, and
so here's Austin Adams with it, and we're going to get a travel. That was interesting. So this one's going to go back to Toledo Christian. You know, and that's one of those calls, and it's
right in front of us.
You see that step that guys take before they put the ball on the floor, and some officials call it and some don't. Here's Hecklinger with it, gets it to Painter. Painter looking for some help, trying to set up the offense. Stritch D, really the story here so far. A couple of nice backdoor cuts, though, from Kempton. And here's another steal. Empey goes up with it, and he gets it in. And Hecklinger is still down on the floor. He went down on the collision. I don't know if he just got the wind knocked out of him, but we're going to take a break. 10-5 Stritch here on the Toledo Sports Network.
The union plumbers, steam fitters, and HVACR service mechanics of UA Local 50 build the powerhouses that generate your electricity. Install and service your heating and air conditioning systems, and install the plumbing systems that protect the health of this nation. Everywhere there's a building being built, retrofitted, or maintained, members of UA Local 50 are on the job with skills and the latest sustainable building practices to do the job right. UA Local 50 plumbers, steam fitters, and service mechanics, building America's future.
And we welcome you back here to Cardinal Stritch. The Cardinals on top, 10-5 with 3:01 to go here in the first quarter. That was Mason Hecklinger, the 5'10" sophomore guard, was just being helped off the floor moments ago. It looked like, we think he hit his head on the steal. He looked a little dazed and confused when he was getting up. And some of the training staff for Cardinal Stritch was helping him back to the locker room, so hopefully that young man's okay. So here's Toledo Christian trying to respond.
Oh, nice. Just the defense right now by Stritch. They're playing really well.
And we're going to get a foul underneath. Let's see who they called on. It's going to be on Jacob Empey on a push. So Toledo Christian's going to get it out of bounds underneath Matthew Brumbaugh. Inbounds it to Kempton, who gets it to Painter. Here's Painter on the drive. He kicks it back out to Brumbaugh, sneaks behind the defense and gets open in the corner.
Oh, that's got to go back up.
Here's a Desi with it. He kicks it back out to Painter.
Yeah, Desi's got to turn and put that thing right up.
Here's Kempton with it. Gets it back to Painter in the corner. He's picked up by Gasser. Beats him baseline, but Austin Adams is right there. Nice little bounce pass, though, out to number 22, Nathan Walton, who cashes in.
Nice shot right there.
10-7 now. So a little 7-3 run right now from Toledo Christian. Here's Austin Adams. He kicks it out. Joe Sine gets it over to Carl Zacharias, who misses it. Rebound still up for grabs.
Backboard, fellas, backboard.
Kempton comes away with it. Here's Painter.
Is that the coach coming out in me? No one uses the backboard. And then when they use it, they think it's this incredible thing, you know?
And that time, Kempton does everything but get the bucket. But the rebound comes off to Walton, who's feeling it. That one's short, though. Austin Adams comes away with the rebound. Nice crossover. Still with it. And he gets it in the corner to number 12, Brooks Gasser. Here's Gasser. Swings it to Sine. Back to Gasser.
Be careful with your feet. I'm watching these guys with their feet. Oh.
They try to dump it down low to Austin Adams. He doesn't get it, but he corrals it in the corner. Here's Sine with the little fake and drive. Austin Adams with it now, beats everybody baseline, kicks it out. Nice dump down pass back in to number 14, Carl Zacharias, and Zacharias cashes in. So the extra pass works that time for Brooks Gasser. And Zacharias will have a chance to cash in from the free throw line to make it a three-point play, 12-7. Nice ball movement that time, Mikey.
Yep, and what you're seeing here now is the things that cost them the last 3 games, you know, taking the ball and, you know, trying to do too much too early in the clock and too early in things that they were doing. That's not happening tonight. Coach Rieker's got the boys playing real well.
And Zacharias makes the free throw from the Gladio Do It Best Home Center free throw line and makes it 13-7. Under a minute to play now in the first quarter. Stritch gets it over the timeline. Here's Kempton with it, but it's stripped by Sine. And Sine gets it to Austin Adams. Adams with it. And they're going to try to slow it down for the last shot. Chris Blazevic now in the game. Blazevic, there you go. As I said it, I was like, I'm pretty sure it was Blazevic, but I don't know. And you corrected me. It's good.
Normally wouldn't.
No, I want you to correct me. I don't want to say the kid's name wrong the whole time. And that one looks like it's blocked by a Desi.
That was a nice block right there by Desi.
So now Toledo Christian's going to get a chance to make it a one-possession game here with 16 seconds left. Clock ticking. Here's Painter with it, guarded by Blazevic. He gets it to Kempton. Kempton swings it back outside. Back to Painter. And they get it back to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh shoots it up, and that one's in. And that does make it a single possession game. So after one quarter, Toledo Christian storms back, and it makes it 13-10. Stay tuned for more first half action here on the Toledo Sports Network.
Dan R's Automotive Service Center, 4041 Navarre Avenue, has been servicing the area since 1981 for all your automotive service needs. Dan R's Automotive Service Center, world-class service, hometown people. 419-693-6141.
Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladio.
Gladio Home Center. A hardware store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store. A place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. Everything you need for your home. And Gladio is locally owned. You'll be glad to know Gladio Home Center.
And we welcome you back to Cardinal Stritch. Cardinals on top 13-10 after one quarter. However, Toledo Christian was able to narrow the gap. They went on a 10-6 run there to close the quarter. It was 7-0 to start. So Toledo Christian kind of hitting their stride a little bit. Kempton had a couple nice drives to the bucket. But Stritch still on top. Here's Austin Adams with it.
I thought he got a little ticked from behind on that one, but
Kind of held up a little bit on the way up. And misses a jumper. Toledo Christian comes away with it. Here's Painter. He's guarded by Empey. And he gets the call from the sideline from Coach McWinney. Here's a kick out to Brumbaugh. He hit one to end the quarter, and then he hits another one. So back-to-back threes from Mr. Matthew Brumbaugh ties this puppy up at 13 apiece.
That's not a name we've been talking too much about on the three-point line during our TC games here, but that's what you need.
And here's a three from the corner from Sine. That one goes off.
Way too long.
And the rebound goes out to number 42, Ian Gibson.
Way too early in the structure right there, and what winds up happening.
But it's going to stay with the Cardinals. It looks like we're going to get a loose ball foul. So Stritch will stay with it. Get another crack at it on this possession. Here's Blazevic with it. Gets it back to Gasser. And Gasser will set up shot. He's looking for some help. Gets it to Empey. Empey over to Blazevic. Back to Empey. He had 1-3 to start this game. Thought about that one. Pump fakes it. Gets it to Adams at the top of the key. Nice bounce pass inside to Gasser.
There it is.
Adams on the cut, though. Couldn't handle the pass, and it goes to Painter. And Toledo Christian going the other way. Painter going all the way. Little pump faking up and under, nothing doing. And they kick it back out. They swing it around to Brumbaugh. He's had the hot hand. Gets it to Kempton. But Kempton again beats the defender baseline.
How about that?
And Kyle Kempton now is starting to heat up.
He's all that and
Bag of Doritos.
I was going to say a bag of kettle corn, man. That even sounds better right now. He's playing real well tonight. He's having a real strong game so far.
Kempton gives TC their first lead of the game, 15-13 with under 6 to play here in the first half.
And this is where the Cardinals have to keep their composure. Gasser's got to hit that. That's his shot right there.
And the rebound goes off the hand of Adesi. So it's going to stay with Cardinal Stritch. Give a shout out to Dan R's Automotive, as well as Jim Murphy and American Family Insurance. Give them a ring at 419-698-1184. Thank you so much for helping us put this together tonight.
Really been cool to us. Jim Murphy's just a great guy. I'm going to tell you a little story about him here in a couple minutes.
There's Stritch going the other way on defense now, trying to get a stop and regain the lead. Stritch played pretty well to start the game. And Toledo Christian had a couple of nice buckets from Kempton and now a couple of big threes from Brumbaugh in the last couple of minutes of this game to take the lead.
Well, as quick as Stritch is, they're able to utilize the 3-2, and it works out real well for them with Toledo Christian not having a lot of big guys inside. So. No, but real quick, I'm going to tell my little Jim Murphy story here, American Family. A few winters ago, we had a big snow dam on our roof. You know how kind of like whatever things happen to everybody? Whoa, that's a little snow right there.
There's another three from the outside. 18-13.
And Jim Murphy was on my roof, shoveling snow off my roof. So because I had water coming into my house, it had leaked into my house, and Jim was up on my, I'm not gonna say he's doing that for everybody. Jim was at my house in the middle of a snowstorm, and I've always said that Jim Murphy and American Family Insurance are just super duper great people. Jim Murphy and American Family Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Toledo Sports Network with your auto, life, home, business insurance needs for over 16 years, all under one roof. Protect your dreams with Jim Murphy and American Family Insurance. 3246 Navarre Avenue, 419-698-1184.
So after the timeout, Stritch trying to answer now. It's been lighting up from the outside for Toledo Christian from the three-point range. A couple from Brumbaugh. Here's Empey with it, looking for some help. He gets it to Sine in the corner. Here's Sine, back out to Adams, who gets double teamed, shakes it, but a steal from behind from Brumbaugh, and then Adams tries to go back at it, a little frustration there, and he fouls him. Both teams now with 4 fouls. We got Pratt checking back in for Sine. So Toledo Christian maintaining this 5-point lead, doing a good job from outside. And they're going to inbound it again. Folks, I wish I could tell you what the heck just happened, but they're going to inbound it again. It looks like maybe a little bit deeper in the backcourt. That was interesting. So a little rewind, a little rewind there. Nice spin. Look at that move. Oh, doesn't cash it in though, but there's a Desi with it. And he goes back up and in and gets it.
Desi.
So a Desi gets the putback, makes it 20-13.
Doug Miller sent that for you.
And they work it inside. Austin Adams gets fouled by a Desi, so he'll go to the free throw line. With 3:37 to go here, he'll get a chance to cash in from the Simply Green Lawn Care free throw line. Want to thank them for coming on board with us, as well as Genoa Bank, Dan Rogers Sporting Goods. Y'all know about them. They've been around it forever in Northwest Ohio. And Arturo's Pizza. Man, Arturo's sounds darn good right now. If you haven't had Arturo's, folks, make sure you order from them, because they have one of the best kept secrets in terms of pizza.
Lasagna too.
In Toledo, as well as their lasagna. 419-698-1641. Give them a call.
And he's
also
a graduate from Cardinal Stritch High School.
Yes, he
Arturo
is.
Art and I we were in drafting class together.
Now, was he making pies back in high school?
No, he was going to be an architect. He and I were both going to be architects.
Really?
Art Vandelay. That was going to be our company name.
Art Vandelay?
It's a joke. You remember Seinfeld?
No, I never watched it that much. I should have.
That's
Oh, and that
George
one goes.
would always, when he met a girl, he was always an architect. His name was Art Vandelay.
Oh, okay.
I got to say hi to Jeff Marin. Jeff's listening. And no, Jim Murphy didn't take a leak on my roof. He helped fix a leak on my roof.
I'm going to leave that one alone. Nice pass inside.
Oh, I love Jeff.
Adams with it, still looking for some help. They've been all over him tonight. And he gets it back out. They swing it around.
Well, you know what? McQuinney's put the pressure on right now. Hello.
And Gasser says, I do a lot of favors for you, don't I?
That's what you need. You got to get Gasser hot. You get Gasser hot, that's going to take the pressure off Austin Adams. And if Gasser's not hot, that'll light his fire right there.
Well, going inside out worked for him that time.
Oh, you got to fall
That
down.
one goes up and out. And on the putback that time is number 42, Ian Gibson. Josh Graham took it coast to coast, couldn't cash in, but Ian Gibson there to clean up the mess, so he'll have a chance to cash in from the Verizon Wireless free throw line.
Foul was on. I didn't see what that foul was on. Is that on Pratt? Whoa.
I believe it was on Pratt, and he now has 3 fouls, so he's going to come back out. And that's tough for Stritch, because he's averaging 10.3 points per game. They could use his scoring.
And he basically had position. He was there. He didn't go down. He needed to go down. And very uncharacteristic for the Toledo Christian Eagles. They've missed 2 or 3 of them tonight now. And all of a sudden, look at the step in the Cardinals all of a sudden. They're playing some ball right now.
Well, they got to continue to work it around and go inside out, which is what they've done the last couple of possessions. That time, Austin Adams gets the ball knocked away, so it's going to stay with the Cardinals. 2:13 to go here. But you can tell McWhinney and company have definitely made Mr. Adams a focal point. We'll get a nice little jumper there from Carl Zacharias. Makes it a 1-point ball game.
Carl Zacharias is another one of the kids that you're not going to see a lot from, but boy, when he's able to bring something to the game, it's incredible. And Zacharias is a great ball player, and that's the thing. It's going to light those fires, and that's what's going to open it up for your front guys to be able to do something here.
Here's Kempton with it, swings it around to Graham. Graham looking for some help, gets it back out to Panther. They get it back to Graham in the corner, who fires off a quick three. And that one goes up and in, but it bounces off the pole holding up the backboard, so that's going to count as out of bounds going the other way to Stritch with $1:28 to go here in the first half. We want to make sure, folks, that you know that we're on Facebook. It's not just your mom and your girlfriend and your boyfriend. Toledo Sports Network is on the air, too. Make sure you check us out at facebook.com/Toledo Sports Network. As that three goes up and off, rebounded by Panther. Panther bounce pass inside to Kempton. Classic fast break there that time from Toledo Christian.
4-point change, bingo, right there. You didn't need that early.
22-19 now, your score.
Just got a text that we've got some people that have hooked up their computer monitor to their big screen TV and are watching it on their big screen at home right now.
There you go. That's how you do it. A little HDMI action. I like it. Here's Austin Adams now. Nice little spin towards the bucket, but Adesi gets him from behind, knocks it away, and Panther comes away with it.
I don't like that. Panther right there, that was a foul, and they didn't ding him on that one, and that brings back playing days when I see somebody running and do that. I was the enforcer, you know.
So Panther now. Toledo Christian trying to hold for the last shot, and they're going to trap. Cardinal Stritch is going to bring the trap. Yep. And that's going to be a foul. Got him on the arm. I believe that one's going to be on Gasser with 18.4 to go. And it is on Gasser. That's his first. Team 6. So still another foul before
Coach Reeker did that real nice.
They go to the free throw line.
That was all set up really well, and
here's Empey and Gasser coming again. They get it to Brumbaugh, who now gets it to Kempton. Back to Brumbaugh. Back to Kempton. Kempton again gets the baseline. Stops for a second. Adams challenges, but Adesi there again to clean up the mess. And that one's on target, and it goes in.
Hello.
Are they going to count it? They do.
Wow.
Holy shnikes, Austin Adams saying, I do a lot of favors for you, don't I? I love it. And that's how we end the first half. Austin Adams from about 80 feet gets it in the bucket without the backboard. How you doing? 24-22 is your score at the half. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be fun right here on the Toledo Sports Network.
From the kitchens of Italy to you, Arturo's Pizza Kitchen is the home of authentic Italian food. As one of the oldest independently owned pizzerias in Toledo, Arturo's Pizza Kitchen has been serving since 1988. With pizza, salads, award-winning subs, chicken chunks and wings, Mom's own lasagna recipe, and our famous cheese sticks, we have it all. Never frozen, always homemade. Arturo's Pizza Kitchen. Hungry? Call Arturo's, 419-698-1641.
Whether you support the Comets, the Panthers, or the Bulldogs, the Eagles, Wildcats, or Flyers, we at Genoa Bank support you. We're a local bank that takes pride in serving our community with personal and prompt service, innovative products, and stable financial guidance. We're a bank that believes in playing our part, and well, that's earned us quite a few fans of our own. Genoa Bank, playing our part in the community, taking your banking needs personally.
Cut Toledo Christian's lead to 2, made it 24-22. As that one goes into the crowd, going the other way for the Cardinals. The first half, you had Kempton with 9 points to lead Toledo Christian. You also had Matthew Brumbaugh knocking down a couple of trays, 6 points for him. And on the other side, you had Austin Adams with 9 in the first half, and you got 5 apiece from Gasser, Zacharias and Jacob Empey. So those are your leading scorers in the first half. As that one goes up and off, and here's Toledo Christian going the other way. But I really think the difference, Mikey, was Toledo Christian kind of came back, counterpunched towards the end of the first quarter, knocked down a couple of threes, heading into the second. But Stritch really tightened up their defense, hit a couple of shots from the outside, and that kind of gave them a little confidence.
I think, too, what you're going to see now is we're going to go back to this chess game here for the first half of the third quarter, both teams. Hecklinger is going to be okay. I don't think he's going to get to play tonight. Actually got hit in the eye, and basically he's got a big old thumper on the side of his forehead right now. Nice move right inside there.
And Ian Gibson gets another couple of points. He had 2 in the first half. So that makes it 26-22.
What TC's been able to do all night is basically utilize the inside really well. And their guys inside have done the job and been able to make things happen.
That time, Gasser gets it away to Austin Adams. He gets it back out to a wide open number 2, Brandon Payeff. And look at Payeff getting on the board tonight.
And Payeff's another one of those guys that can come in and make a lot of trouble for the Eagles tonight outside. And once again, you get these 2 or 3 guys for the Cardinals going here, and Gasser starts flying up. That's going to open up Austin to be able to drive.
Well, what I like from what I've seen from Cardinal Stritch is they've gone inside out and taken what the defense has given them. And look at that dude, Brumbaugh, his 3rd 3 of the game.
Incredible night already for Brumbaugh.
He's got 9 points now, all of them from deep to make it 29-25 Toledo Christian. Here's Cardinal Stritch trying to answer. They swing it, get it right at the top of the key to Zacharias, and Zacharias cashes it in. Cardinal Stritch coming out of the locker room to start this half, and they already got another 3 here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Kempton on the drive, and he gets that one. He's got a nice little old school game about him.
I'm going to tell you right now, that is being able to control your body when you get up in the air like that. Every college coach is looking for a guy at 6'2 to 6'3 that can do that. Nice inside move right there. That's all money right there.
Here's Gasser, a little turnaround. That one a little too soft though off the backboard. The rebound comes away to Ian Gibson, and he gets it to Painter. And Painter, I don't think has gotten on the board tonight, Mikey. I think the other 3 came from Josh Graham in the first half. So Painter, 11 points per game, yet to really find his niche on offense so far for Toledo Christian.
He's doing what he needs to do, Mike. He's the point guard. He is doing what he needs to do. He's directing traffic, and he's making things happen real well for the Eagles right now.
And you mentioned slowing the game down. That's exactly what McWinney's doing right now, trying to take some of the wind out of the sails of Cardinal Stritch offensively. Almost get a turnover that time.
How about that?
But Mr. Ian Gibson, the senior 6'4 forward, sticks with it. And the big fella's got 6 now for Toledo Christian.
I always laugh, and Coach McWinney is one of these guys that, you got to do the jumping of rope. You got to work on this stuff during the summer, and that's what I'm so glad to call him one of my friends. I just think he's a very good coach. And you can see it with these big guys. Their upper body movements, you see the things they're able to do, and that you saw it down there on that last play, being able to have the upper body strength to make things happen.
So here's Kempton again on the drive. He kicks it back out to Brumbaugh, and they get it back out to Painter. Painter's picked up by Jacob Empey, giving him very little room to work with. Tries to trap in the corner.
Yep.
And we get a pick, but Ian Gibson stuck his leg out a little bit, and the ref was Johnny on the spot. So the ball is going to go back to Cardinal Stritch.
2, 3, 4 times tonight. We've seen it coming up court, and the ding's going to happen right there.
Austin Pratt checks in, another guy who's scoreless tonight, averaging double figures heading into this one, but he picked up 3 quick ones there in the first half and really didn't get a chance to get into a rhythm offensively. So let's see if he can lift the sails of Cardinal Stritch here a little bit. Here's Austin Adams from the wing. He gets it on the baseline to Payeff. Payeff being picked up by Painter. Back to Adams on the baseline. Adams with a pump fake. Good defense, though, from the big fellas down low for Toledo Christian. They work it around. Here's Pratt with it now. A little drop step. Spins towards the back. Basket. Austin Adams goes up and misses. Goes off to Toledo Christian. Here's Brumbaugh again.
Oh.
And look at this guy. How about that?
Wow.
Matthew Brumbaugh now with 12, all from deep. 4 trays from that young man, and it's 36-27.
That's a name you're probably going to be hearing a lot about as we hit sectionals next week out of Clay High School. Or no, I'm sorry, Eastwood. These guys will be at Eastwood taking on, the Eagles will be taking on Maumee Valley. Stritch will be taking on North Baltimore. We're going to try to have the games for you here. I think it's Wednesday night. And,
Austin Adams goes up and misses that one. It goes back off to Panther. And if you want to come on board with us for the playoffs, make sure you give Mikey a call at
please do.
419-514-1302. That's 419-514-1302. We'd love to have you on board.
I can't even say how much we'd love to have you on board. We'll even let you go out on a date with Mike Bauman. How's that?
That's a little, don't involve me in your shenanigans.
All right, well. I've heard a lot about Match.com lately, so I figured you needed a little, bit set down there,
You know,
brother.
I like being single right now. Nice pass inside from Panther. The floor general hooking up with the big man, and Jordan Adesi gets another bucket. And that makes it 38-27 with a $1:53 to go here in the third quarter.
In the 30 quarter?
The 30 quarter, Schneikes. I'm a little tired, folks. Bear with me. It's Toledo Christian on top here on the Toledo Sports Network. And we welcome you back after the timeout. Stritch trying to gather their bearings here. It's now an 11-point lead for Toledo Christian, 38-27, under 2 to go here in the third quarter. Mike Bauman here with Mike Jameson coming at you from Oregon. And that one goes off the leg. Kept in bounds by Kempton. What a play, but Gasser chases it down, gets it to Payef. They got numbers going the other way. Sine on the drive here, takes another extra dribble, gets it back out to Payef.
That should have been double dribble.
It was very close. Probably should have been a double dribble, but Sine really probably could have gone up with it. He took an extra dribble to get it back outside. That one goes off. Here's Sine with it again. That one goes up and off. And we're going to get a loose ball foul going the other way. And this one's going to be on Sine.
Yeah.
So Toledo Christian taking control here in the third quarter. They've been helped by a couple of big threes from number 4, Matthew Brumbaugh, who's just been on fire. He's got 4 from the outside tonight for 12 points. Leading all scorers right now in this one. And they get it to Brumbaugh, and he's going to be fouled. That time Gasser going for the basketball. So Toledo Christian's going to get the ball out of bounds underneath the bucket on the baseline.
Not a lot of fouls tonight, though.
No, you know, and they've done a pretty decent job. There's been a couple that they've missed, but you're going to get that. You're not going to make them all. And here's Panther going up. And on the closeout, Sine fouls him.
I'm thinking that was after the shot.
So Panther thinking he's going for 2 at the free throw line that he should be shooting.
After the shot. No, absolutely no on that one.
But they get him on the closeout, so they're going to say that one was on the floor, so Toledo Christian's going to get it out of bounds underneath.
I would have to say that had a little bit of LeBron-ish to it.
You see what happened to him last night? He got whacked in the nose.
Yeah, he's definitely
got
a broken nose now.
Hockey players, he didn't break his nose. If he broke his nose, they would have carried him off the floor. That's the difference between. I love basketball. All right, it's my sport, but that's the difference between basketball players and hockey players. Was last night. When they do take a shot in basketball, they lay down like somebody just shot him in the kneecap. And this time we're going to get another foul.
I don't get that call. I don't get that call right there.
And get a body. So Sine's got 3. He's going to be staying in. Austin Adams is going to get a breather as Brooks Gasser comes in to spell him with 33 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It's been a fun one, gone back and forth a little bit. Look at Panther. Jacob Empey trying to come away with the steal. Does not come up with it. They're going to call a foul. So that's 6 now for Cardinal Stritch already in the half. And that's the 3rd on Jacob Empey.
Empey's playing enforcer tonight.
And he's going to get a breather, 2 under a minute to go. They're going to need him in the fourth quarter. No sense in getting a chance of him picking up his 4th. 11-point lead.
He would. At this point.
Here's Panther. Nice pass inside.
Yeah.
And he gets it to Nathan Walton, and Walton gets fouled. And that's the 7th foul now, so it's going to be from the free throw line. Mr. Walton's going to get a chance to cash in. He's got 2 points tonight. And the Gladio Do It Best Home Center free throw line. Also want to give a shout out to Dan R's Automotive. And the first of the 1-and-1 is good for Mr. Walton.
Cardinals have to be a little bit more worried about what's going on that pass inside that Panthers making than the double ups that they're doing on Panther. I mean, how many? We got 2 points. He's been able to find the hole inside all night long, and we get these guys just a little bit more knowing of what's going on inside right now. But it's still a manageable game right here.
Stritch is going to try to answer again. Here's
That's gotta
Pratt
go
with
up.
it. And Pratt loses it off his knee, and it goes out of bounds. He thought he got fouled. Frustration setting in right now for the Cardinals, as Toledo Christian's taking control of the game here in the 3rd quarter. And Panther will just hold it. So after 3, it's 39-27. Toledo Christian leads it. Stay tuned for the 4th quarter here on the Toledo Sports Network.
Dan R's Automotive Service Center, 4041 Navarre Avenue, has been servicing the area since 1981 for all your automotive service needs. Dan R's Automotive Service Center, world-class service, hometown people. 419-693-6141.
And we welcome you back here to Cardinal Stritch. Toledo Christian on top 39-27. A couple of big threes to start the quarter really lit the fire underneath TC. A couple of threes from Brumbaugh, who has 12 in this one. And Panther still not on the board for Toledo
There you
Christian.
go.
But he's done a good job of being the floor general out there offensively. At least by my notes, he's not on the board. I'm almost positive that 3 earlier in the game came from Josh Graham on the outside. But, you know, as you said, Mikey, he's done everything else, though. He's setting up his teammates. But a lot of time here for Cardinal Stritch. You know, really, I think there in the 2nd quarter, towards the end, they did a good job of working inside out, making the extra pass that opened up some jumpers on the outside for Cardinal Stritch. But since then, they've been really pressing, I feel like, to try to get something going offensively. And I just think that they're not making that extra pass. They're kind of letting that lead get to them a little bit right now.
And that's when, you know, it's a maturity level thing with the kids. They've got to realize, you know, we just got to go down and run our offense. We have to get somebody to take charge. If they're going to double up on Austin, somebody's open.
Here's Adams with it. Fakes, kicks it back out. They swing it around. Here's Gasser with it. Back inside to Adams. Double team. They kick it out to Empey.
That's it.
And he hits that one. Nothing but net for Jacob Empey. And he needed that one. Speaking of confidence, 8 points now for Empey. He missed the previous one. Shooter's Mentalio cashes that one, and we'll get a quick timeout. Keep it right here. Just got to keep on living, Livin. If you want to keep on living, check out Jameson's mobile music at 419-514-1302. All right.
That was good.
All right.
Oh, you made me not make the clock work, see?
Well, come on, man. You got to pay attention. Just because I go McConaughey on you doesn't mean you got to lose sight of the clock. You know what I mean?
I just get flustered.
We got to keep it going. 7:04 to go. I don't know whose voice that is. 40-30. Toledo Christian on top.
That actually sounded like my nun. She was my nun librarian. And her name was Sister Dunstan. That's what her name was, Sister Dunstan.
She sounds like a real bruiser.
And Sister Dunstan was, she was a happy nun.
I bet. Nice pass
There you
inside. Gasser hooks up with Zacharias. And that makes it an 8-point ball game. A little pep in the step now. Stritch trying to get Toledo Christian out of this slow down offense and get something going. Here's Kempton with it. Gets it over to Brumbaugh, swings it around to Panther. Panther back across court to Kempton. They give him a lot of space. He goes inside, makes the extra pass to a Desi. How about them apples?
That was beautiful.
So it's 42-32, 10-point ball game again. Here's Empey looking for some help. They kick it back outside. Here's Pratt with it. Austin Adams in the corner. He gets double teamed. They get it to Zacharias. Adams, quick pass inside
Nope.
to Pratt. Pratt doesn't get that one to go.
Nope.
A lot of contact again.
Nope. That ball
he's-
didn't need to go there.
He's frustrated. Still hasn't gotten on the board tonight. Cool on senior night. The Cardinals trail 32-42 right now to the Eagles, but there's still a lot of time left. 5:51 to go. Mike Bauman here with Mike Jameson. We got Mike Downey on camera. Gasser goes down hard there.
A liberal between two conservatives. How'd you pull that off?
Who you calling a liberal, man? I'm what you call educated and in the middle.
You're an American.
I do not
I'm
believe
American.
in siding with either side. A lot of
That's
gray
all you gotta
areas,
do.
but that's not a gray area right there.
Dino!
A Desi now closing in on double figures for the evening. Here's Blazevich with it. 12-point deficit for the home Cardinal Stritch Cardinals. Sine also back in the game. They're looking for some help offensively. Zacharias with
How
a little
about that?
little baby hook. I like it.
That's a JMO hook right
A little
there.
old school there for Zacharias, who's closing on double figures. Here's Austin Adams with the
How about
steal.
that?
And he gets a quick bucket. Look at that guy. And it's a 8-point game now. Here's Panther with it. Full court pressure. Kempton.
They should come up on
They
that
break the press. He kicks it outside. The jumper goes off the rim from number 22, Nathan Walton. Here's Zacharias coming up the other way. Toledo Christian gets back, so Cardinal Stritch will have a chance to get a good look at. Under 5 to go now. Here's Sine in the corner. It's raining 3, but that one goes off.
Zacharias.
And Zacharias tips it out. He's been doing yeoman's work tonight, but the pass not there. Turnover. And Blazevich goes for the steal. Chases Panther up the floor. Panther gets it in the paint, though, and they get it to a Desi again. A Desi now in double figures. They keep forgetting about that guy in the back end. He's been there all night, Mikey.
They've scored a lot off that.
And the whistle blows.
Lucy, I have something to tell you.
So that's only going to be the 3rd foul now for Toledo Christian. Got a lot of subs coming in. Josh Graham, Ian Gibson back in for TC. Here's Gasser looking for some help on the inbounds. Gets it out to Austin Adams. Austin Adams gets it back to Gasser. Gasser gets a little bounce pass inside. Another baby hook. This time the soft touch not there for Zacharias.
I still like that shot.
I love it too, man. You don't see the hook shot too much anymore.
Never.
Here's Panther going the other way. He kicks it out to Graham. Graham thinks about it, swings it around to Kempton. Here's Kempton. Kempton has a lane. He drives, takes it all the way. That one goes off. And the rebound goes off of, they're going to say, a Desi. And it's going to go back to Cardinal Stritch with under 4 to play. 10-point ball game. Here's Emby with the 3. That one goes off the back iron.
I got no problem with that shot right there. That was an open look. Little early, but that would have made this crowd go nuts.
Well, and that's the thing. If you get a good look at it,
Yeah.
and you're a guy who can make those shots, and he is, you take it. Still a lot of time, but they're going to need some stuff to happen quick here. Here's Panther. Draws the attention, kicks it out to Graham, and Graham, Johnny on the spot, hits it from the corner.
That's a name you haven't heard all night when it's come to three-pointers, so doing what he needs to do.
Here's Austin Adams the other way, trying to make something happen. The rebound goes up and off to Panther. 49-36, Adams picking him up full court. Trying to make something happen. Here's Sine. They double team Kempton. Kempton gets it back to Panther. Panther gets the crossover, but he's going to get fouled by Brooks Gasser. 9 team fouls now, so Gasser picks up his 3rd. Panther will go to the line with 3:04 to go. Boy, how quick the tide turned. Just like that, it was an 8-point game, and then you got a quick 5-0 run to blow it back open to double digits, Mikey.
Well, I mean that's where the three-pointers from the names you're not waiting to save for the three-pointers.
Look at a Desi. Look at that guy. He's pumped up, and why not? He's been the garbage man tonight, cleaning up the glass, getting the second chance opportunities. Young man's having himself one heck of a game.
He knows what his job is, and he's been doing it very well, both offense and defense.
And that 3 goes up and off from Sine.
Yep.
They've had the opportunities. They've been there. They just haven't been able to hit them this quarter. And by my count, that's 12 now for Jordan Adesi. So he's tied with Matthew Brumbaugh for leading scorer of the game. But Toledo Christian, I think, has won that battle inside tonight, Mikey.
Oh, most definitely. And it's positioning, being in the right place. I mean, just being lucky on some of them. But once you get, like you were talking about, once you get into that flow and things start going the right way, you just happen to be where you need to be. And then once your point guard believes in you inside, you're going to get the ball probably 30% more.
(52-36) is your score now. Gasser looking for some help. Gets it in the corner to Sine. Sine swings it back around to Pratt. They swing it all the way around to Empey in front of the student section. He gets it pass all the way across the court to Sine. Another three missed. And then we're going to get a reach on Sine as Kempton goes up the floor. He's had a quiet second half, but haven't needed him really for Toledo Christian because you've had Brumbaugh turning up the heat. You've had Graham knock it down, and Adesi has just been a monster here in the second half for Toledo Christian. So with 2:15 to go, Kempton's at the UA50 local pipe fitters and plumbers free throw line. And that first one gets the friendly bounce. Kempton now with 12 points by my count, unofficially. Got three guys, Adesi, Kempton, and Brumbaugh, all with 12 points for Toledo Christian. And the second one goes up and in for Kempton. And here's Stritch going the other way, trying to make something happen. They swing it around. Here's Zacharias looking for some help. Gets it to Austin Adams. Austin Adams thought about it, and it's stolen by Kempton. And he gets it to Painter. And that's the last thing Stritch needed right there. Painter goes up. It's blocked. Goes back over to Cardinal Stritch. Here's Empey with it. Empey kicks it out. Here's Zacharias with the tray. That one goes off the front iron. Pratt
Nice.
comes away with the rebound. He kicks it back out to Austin Adams for the three. That one goes off the front iron. Pratt again with the rebound. Here's Gasser back into Pratt. Back out to Zacharias. He goes up. That one goes off the back iron. And the tip-in attempt goes up and off from Austin Adams.
Wow.
And Toledo Christian comes away with it. And that takes the wind out of your sails if you're Cardinal Stritch. You get all those opportunities, Mikey, and can't cash it in. The foul that time from Walton doesn't go. Door's still open. They're going to need him quick, though. That one's short. And you could tell going up on that one, Austin Adams is tired. He's huffing and puffing right now. Didn't have the legs underneath that one. We're going to get a foul, and now Adesi is going to go to the free throw line.
I don't know where that came from.
Loose ball foul that time. So Toledo Christian, barring a huge comeback from the Cardinals, is going to improve to 14-8 on the year and 11-3 in the TAC. Stritch will fall to 8-11 and 7-7 in the Toledo Area Athletic Conference. And when you look at the standings coming into tonight, Toledo Christian's right up there at the top. And a lot of people didn't really expect them to be there, losing their starting five, but Ottawa Hills is still 18-1 overall, then 13-0. So Toledo Christian's still going to be in second place, but really, Mikey, when you look at what they've done this year, given the year they had last year, to lose all their starting five and be where they're at right now. Last year's team was 22-3, 13-1 in Toledo Area Athletic Conference, and they are sitting at 14-8 right now on the year.
It's a good way going into sectionals. You've got Maumee Valley Country Day, and that could be a problem. Maumee Valley has Maumee Valley has a good group of kids over there, and some. It could be an interesting game either way, and it's really good for them. Cardinals, 4-game losing streak will go into Eastwood Wednesday night, and and they'll be playing North Baltimore, and we'll see what happens. Now tomorrow we've got an early game at 2:30. We're going to be over at Rossford. Wasion will be coming to town, and you and the Mixters will have the call.
Yeah, a little Saturday action. It's going to be fun.
I know we're more comic relief. You know, you and Mick are more get down on it, like Cool in the Gang. You know.
Well, Mick is mostly meat and potatoes. You know,
Yeah.
he's great at hockey play-by-play.
like-
Toledo Cherokee.
No,
You know, make
he's
sure
the
you check
best.
them out. He's one of the best. So he kind of leaves it open for me a little bit. And sometimes they ramble a little bit, and then me and you, we more bounce off each other. You know, we're like a pinball game. You know
We're
what
like
I mean?
Captain and Tennille.
You put the money in.
Sure.
In this case, you turn on the channel, and you hit that first spin. You don't know where the ball's going to go, but you're going to have a good time. That's how we like to keep it. There's Blazevich, and it's just been that kind of quarter.
Yeah.
These guys just haven't been able to buy a bucket. And that time on the drive is one of the reserves for Stritch checking in.
Mr. Ewer. Good
Eddie,
ball player.
Eddie Ewer.
Good ball player.
But you look at the seniors on this team, Brooks Gasser, Carl Zacharias has had a good night tonight. Jacob Empey's had a good night tonight. Austin Pratt. I mean, these are guys that have been staples in this program for a couple of years, and I know it's tough to lose this one on your home floor, but, you know, the effort was there tonight. They just didn't get the shots to fall, especially here in this quarter. You know, they got it down to an 8-point game, Mikey, and just couldn't get a couple of those outside trays to go down to try to make it a little bit more interesting down the stretch here.
Well, something that you're going to see. I always look at this as a chance. Wow, no call.
And that time, a little flip there from Sam Hardy, just tries to flip it up and in, and Toledo Christian's just going to hold it. So the Eagles will win by a final of 55-36. They improved to 14-8, 11-3 in the attack. Stritch, like you said, Mikey, a tough one on senior night, but you know what? They have the physicality, make something interesting happen in those first couple of games in the playoffs.
And we'll see. We're going to try and bring you the Cardinals. We're also going to try and bring you Toledo Christian. We've got Genoa, we've got Rossford, and we've got Lake. So we've got some great games coming up. And Mike, it's been a pleasure once again. I know we got to cut these games a little short to keep in time constraints here. A lot of people ask, you know, why they don't get to see Mike Bauman's beautiful face anymore. But we'll get it on there here real soon. So, Mike, take it away. Let's get out of here.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching. We hope you all have a fun and safe weekend. Once again, your final 55-36 for Mike Jameson. I'm Mike Bauman. We love you. Thanks for following this pirate ship here on Toledo Sports Network. We're going to keep her going into the playoffs. Stay tuned.